kibs. There's piss. I wonder if my bread was not... I'm not sure if it's undercooked. I might have not let it rise enough. I'm not sure. Hard to say. Alright, let's turn that back on. There we go. Oh. Let's see what we got. We got some milk. Oh yeah, maybe we should make a post. I'm gonna find a screenshot. Find a screenshot. Of course it's night. It's always night. We run up there. Aldbut. So Aldbut. Research must needs be conducted efficiently. I surround myself with with the sweet scent of flowers to calm myself down. Helps me keep an open mind, you see. Alright. Kind of shitty view all around. Nighttime will do that. Not at nighttime, it's like early morning. Diminutive gleaner. Well, what are you gleaning? Abalone. I'm gonna go over here. think that makes sense now. Not a great screenshot though. Okay. We go to the Baldesian Annex. It sounded more important, in my opinion. There were primals there. Primals should be killed. I have Kral's instructions in hand. If you're ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavnir before, I can travel by Aetheryte, but what of the rest of it? Another sea voyage would waste time we don't have. Krile was of the same mind, and has already secured the aid of the good folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there. The Confluence, thou sayest? I'm afraid so, my friend. Thou wilt recall the hunt for Iceheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered thee owing to the knowledge of our comrade Moonbrida. Moonbrida was an authority on aetherology, a field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Haven't you gone to see them yet? I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame my courage failed me at the last. As it hath the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus have I kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no is your choice and yours alone. If it is too difficult, we'll manage. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. If it is settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kit. Are you? Just next door. Well now, this is a rather lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again? Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Kryl of the students of Baldesion. We seek passage to Thavner, and understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects. Welcome, welcome. Test subjects? Oh, you hadn't heard? Well, then allow me to explain. So, in order to travel to an aetheryte, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of ether hurtling along the lifestream. An inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of aetheryte teleportation. But what if I were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an aetheryte without being attuned to it? A way to teleport instantly to places you've never been. For long years, we've labored to make such travel possible, that people might move about more freely. And we've finally done it. We've created a new kind of aetheryte that doesn't require attunement. Truly, that changes everything. Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user need not attune to these aetherytes, but the aetherytes themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. But it just so happens that our first test pair of aetherytes, one has been installed here in Charlotte, and the other over in Jedlimot, a port town in Thavner. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Rads at Han, and indeed we owe much of this breakthrough to the contribution of their alchemists. So to sum up, we're to test these aetherytes. How fortuitous for you. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel ether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say these aetherytes were made for people like your good self. The magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part. A veritable dream come true, and far be it from me to worry about such things, but do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours, so assuming you're willing, we're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the lifestream, in the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. But it's plain you aren't most people. Haha, Mistress Cryo truly knows how to pick up. Yeah. If I might change the subject, our Master Wilfson and Mistress Bluida not present today. Oh, you didn't hear? They've recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project helmed by the Forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. I see. Any other questions? No. No? Then let's go. Then let's get going before you change your minds. Please, see to your preparations and head outside to the Aetheryte Plaza. I'll be along shortly. More tea. I would like to buy Earl Grey. I don't know what to call it. Without the bags, so you just scoop it up. I don't have that here. I'd have to order it, and at that point, it's not cheaper anymore.
set. Just the 4 of you, was it?
Yeah, where's the 4 of us?
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnair.
You are? Oh. I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please. Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether. Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
Oh no!
What?
You discover a new location.
Thavnair, home to city-state Rads at Khan. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. At times,
Hit myself.
now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have?
Volume too low. Oh!
What chance? Against such an insidious foe.
You know what? I think for this, I'm going to do this. So I want to have proper volume. I haven't used these for a while.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish. Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions. Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go kill him before he spends more money. You managed to will yourself to your feet, but given your condition, will you be able to reach Estinian in time? That's a good question. Before we do anything, let's tune. Over there. Estinian! Estinian! Oh, ether sickness ran out. Another slow did. You there! I need 3 drinks. Something that helps with ether sickness. But by the Manusya, a traveler! Greetings. Greetings and welcome. You are wise, good sir, to come to me. My special Amra Lassi. Made with only the finest and freshest ingredients, is famed for curing unruly bellies. By way of a warm welcome to Thamnir, I'm pleased to offer it to you for the low price of 19,800 gil. For not 1, not 2, but 3 bottles. A bargain amongst bargains. The price is high road robbery, and you want to say as much to Estinian, but you realize any word of warning you cry out will be accompanied by your last meal. You must stand before Estinian and using the gestures deny that the deal is fair. I deny. Don't do it! I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that's so urgent? Wait, I shouldn't buy the lassi? This merchant is swindling me. Arrgh! Sincerest apologies, sir, but I appear to have my prices confused. It's actually 1,890 gil for the 3 bottles of lassi. Huh, that confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well then, your coin. Here, a bottle for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. I'll be back after I explore the town. Jay says ... Praise be to the 12. My stomach doth loosen its death grip. My heartfelt thanks to the Estinian, and to the fine fruits of this land. You were in time? Excellent. You spared us Tataru's wrath. Sweet, sweet release. If you haven't already, you should have yours too. Right, I'm ready to get on with it. That lassie truly worked wonders. Back on your feet, I see. Thy hair! Aye, I bound it. 'Tis the most I could do against this heat, short of shedding my armor. May I ask where you got the cord for it? A local vendor. The man said it is a Thamnarian weave. Tough and not easily unraveled. And how much did it cost? 9,400 gil, a steal, I was told. It's nothing fancy, but I've always valued function over form. That's incredible. I dare say not even Alphino could hold a candle to you. Are all Hannish merchants so unscrupulous? One mustn't be too quick to paint a diverse people with a single brush. If such doth prove to be commonplace, I would presume it's symptomatic of societal instability. Claiming Thamnair as its dominion, the nation of Radzat-Han hath long thrived as a hub of commerce. In the beginning, there were the Arkasodara, a Matanga tribe, indigenous to this island. Over time, they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling, our culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Hannish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over, a development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt east and west. All of this hath combined to make a trading power of Radzat-Han, yet such status cannot be taken for granted. It must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. Neither of which I see any evidence. Given that merchants at a gate town are free to fleece hapless travelers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so. That opportunistic pricing is rampant doth suggest that oversight is much weakened, or mayhap that the people have fallen upon hard times. Whatever the truth may be, 'twould be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical, aye. We've naught to lose by learning more. So ere we seek out Kryle's acquaintance, shall we see what information we can gather here in Yedlimad? Excellent. We didn't really get off to a flying start, but we'll make up for it. Right. Let us split up and make inquiries in town, Robin. The pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can, we regroup at the Aetheryte. Off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. Skins of Amrolassi. What am I supposed to do with that? Blend of yogurt and spices. This refreshing drink is infused with the mellow sweetness of the Amra fruit. No, it does give XP bonus. There. What does the new thing look like? Gaia's something... Yeah. Let's go with that. There we go. Now where are we going? Down there. Welcome, traveler. That's right. We're open for business again. Can't sit wallowing when there's sales to be made, am I right? So, got any bicolor gemstones you're willing to part with? Oh, I can use my old ones here? It's kind of weird, but sure. That means you can farm Shadowbringers, Fates, buy things here. I think that's good. Like, they really needed something to make Fates more worthwhile, to keep people doing them. The crate is laden with fruits, but they are on the verge of spoiling, as if they've been left too long. I wonder how well those things sell, like if it's actually a way to make money as a Disciple of War or Magic. Because otherwise, making money as a non-crafter is almost impossible. Gazing out from the pier, you spy boats moored off nearby sites, with the silhouettes of larger seafaring vessels farther away. Compared to other ports you have visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. Not that you really need money, but I just don't like crafting. What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit, though I don't know why I bother. Hardly sell anything these days. Business has ever been this terrible, but I suppose things could be even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat, like Kalsal. I don't envy his position. Better to be alone with my little operation, I've come to realize. You're a traveler by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Kalsal a visit. He'll be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him at Saltwind Sails, the Harbor Guild building across the water from here. That one? Or that one? Here's something. Well now, if it isn't a traveler, you're a rare sight in these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared on Narunan. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion. But no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. We still have our lives. Thanks to the Radiant Host, but business is as good as dead. What'll become of us? Only the gods know. No Kalsal? The Dalmascans aren't coming? But we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the tower sitting on our doorstep, spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. Yeah, but this will be an enormous loss. All right, forget about the Dalmascans. Surely some ships are still coming. We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Hannish favorites. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things, Kalsal, I do. Which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. I'm not a merchant. I see. That's a shame. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me? My name is Matsuya, and I'm here to see Kalsal. Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. Poor guy. Yes? Can I help you? Ah, I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Khalsal too, did you? I'm Matsya, a fisherman of Akyali, a nearby village. I sell my catch to Khalsal, who offers it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him. Just as soon as he's free anyway, he's a hard-working man and I dare not disturb him. If I may ask, what is it that you do? I kill monsters! And demons and gods! An adventurer, you say? And you travel the world, helping people? Then, that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? You see, I brought some fresh fish with me. The portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. The problem is I'm terrible with people. I've ever only dealt with Khalsal, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. I love this guy. So please, as silly as it might sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead? And show me how it's done. If you're willing, please let me know, and we can begin at once. Yeah, let's do it! The events to follow cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. You'll do it then. Show me how to deal with customers. I'm in your debt. Right, please, try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in Yedlimat. I'll observe you and learn. Oh, I've got a party member! Oh, yes! I love this. It's just a very small thing, but it's kind of nice. Oh, yes? You wanna buy some fish? Fish, fish. I got fish here. Fresh fish, straight from the sea's bosom to your mouth. I'm sure your bosom fish are very fresh, but this is rather sudden. I don't need any fish right now, so thanks, but no thanks. You failed to make a sale. Never mind, it never goes well the first time. I'm sure you'll fare better with the next customer. Let's go sell some fish, dude. Let's be overly familiar. I made way too much tea. What say you of the skies? A wise woman once said that she who does not pay heed to the skies will most surely get wet. Sound advice if you ask me. Would you like to hear what the skies tell us this fine day? No, I don't give a shit. Doesn't matter for anything. Maybe fishing. A hawker, are you? A hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? If so, I want to buy some amra. Let's say a dozen. They don't need to be export quality. What do you need so many amra for? Why, for eating, of course. It may seem like a lot, but of late I go through that much in no time at all. I am a stock taker by trade, but with no vessels coming these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. By the same token, nothing is coming in from overseas, but not a day goes by That someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and that and this and that. All of it wears me down, and I find myself feeling constantly hungry. Are you sure you're actually hungry? I know how you feel. Are you sure you're actually hungry? I know how you feel, yeah. Thank you. I pity you don't sell fruit, but I enjoyed our little chat. It took my mind off my troubles for a moment. No! Buy my fish, bitch! Never mind. If nothing else, you left her with a positive impression. Let's move on to the north side of town, shall we? Not very good at selling things. Oh, Rion J, what are you doing here? Tis a storehouse like any other at first glance, yet in contrast to its scale, there is a distinct lack of activity. What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh gods, my stomach! Ugh. Ether sickness? No, nothing so unusual. In my hurry to get back to work, I just ate a little too quickly. You should take it easier, eat more slowly, and savor your food. Would that I could, but I can't afford to be idle. Like as not, circumstances will surely get worse before they get better. And so I'm working as hard as I can, while I still can, the better to be prepared. How do you intend to prepare? By stockpiling supplies. For that I need to earn coins, so I can buy food, medicine, what have you. How about some fish for your supplies? They're fresh caught. Aye, well, fish wouldn't be bad, but I don't want to go through the hassle of preserving them myself. I'd rather buy stuff that's ready to store. So I'm afraid I'll have to pass on your fish. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be getting back to work. Ah, we failed all three. Too bad we couldn't make a sale, but we did manage to build something of our relationship. Thank you so much for your demonstration. It was a truly eye-opening experience. Come, let's return to the pier. It's completely useless to him. Oh, Thancred? What are you chatting up the mender for? Folk here are rather business-minded, for want of a better word, but at least they are welcoming of foreigners. In ordinary times, this harbor must overflow with visitors from all over the world. This guy's just crafting. Cronk, cronk, cronk. Yeah! Yeah! Cronk, 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 cronk. Yeah! Cronk, cronk, cronk. You succeeded? Nice, dude. He made an ingot. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. Though you didn't manage to sell any fish in the end, but the way you fearlessly approached strangers gave me much courage. When I peddle my wares, I'll remember your example and endeavor to be fearless too. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope that things will return to normal for Kalsal soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice, and who should it be but Matsya? Kalsal! Have you finished your business at the guide? At the guild? So, you were there too. Forgive me. Try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options, at this rate. So, you can't buy my fish anymore. I am sorry, Matsya. I truly am, but for now you must peddle your own goods. But, by myself, I can't. I want to help you, I do, but as it stands, I can barely help myself. I have poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I have friends and families depending on me, and I won't fail them. The sisters as my witness. Kalsal. Not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage. Somehow. Well, I had best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. Mayhap owing to the island's small size, the tower's impact upon the people's lives doth appear more pronounced here than in Eorzea. There you are. Gotten over the ether sickness, have you? I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust? I see. We also heard that the tower is affecting many locals' livelihoods, but to think that it would be to such an extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected discovery, disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. As before, the culprits are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers. And as before, they mean to use the faith of their hapless thralls to call forth a lunar primal. Business as usual for the Telophoroi. That Matsya fellow you were helping, he's Arkasodara, is he not? Apparently it is almost exclusively his people that are being kidnapped. Should he be traveling alone? If summoning is this perpetrator's aim, it doth stand to reason that Arkasodara should be their primary targets. For 'tis the faith of their ancestors which prevaileth in this land, and many are devout adherents still. We'd better go after him. Akyali lies to the west, as I recall, the same direction as Kryle's acquaintance, incidentally. It's settled then. Keep your eyes peeled while we make for the village. It's an elephant. Oh, we won't be able to fly here. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a chocobo porter? Ah, do not tell me. This is your first visit to this shop. I shall update my register with your name so that you may access this location in the future. Thank you. Let's see here. We have... What is it called? Not the armory chest. Not fashion accessories. Collection, there. the northeast. Let's go and grab that. We have to pick up all the ether currents while we go. Assuming we can get to it. There it is. There's another one, but we can't get there. The basic mount speed is so slow. It's insane how slow it is. You do not see Matsia nearby, but the elevated ground up ahead may provide a better vantage point. Angry turtle? Leave me alone. Go up there. Angry elephant! It looks really angry. Holy shit. It's got red eyes and shit. You do not see Matsia from here either. No, no! Leave me alone! Help! Somebody help! Matsia's voice, and it came from the north. Matsia! Huh? Where did they go? Why are you here? I see you found him in time. You and your friends came to look for me. I don't know how to thank you. On my way home, I took a moment to stop and rest. Think about what to do about, well, everything. And then those men came. Kidnappers. We'd heard that the Arcasadara were being targeted. Surely you have as well. Perhaps it's best if you took refuge in the city. We've considered it, me and the others. But fishing is all we know. The ocean all we have. I see. That's your decision to make, but you should take care not to travel alone. A question, if I may. 'Tis our understanding that strange fiends have emerged from the tower. What canst thou tell us of these beings? Not much, I'm afraid. I have no idea what they are. but I've heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divinities. For that reason, some have taken to calling the tower Zot, House of Divinities. In the old tongue it means. They're not true divinities. They're monstrous imitations that bring only death. To have one's faith so twisted is a grievous indignity, and full justified art thou in thine outrage. Know that 'tis for no other purpose but to neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. In time we may be forced to contend with these false gods, and thus we would learn all we may about them. Wilt thou not tell us of thy divinities and their true nature? You've come all this way to save us? Really? Do you think I had you peddling fish? But to answer your question, yes, of course. We would gladly tell you about our gods. We, I say, because I'm a terrible storyteller, and I'd ask my fellow villagers to do it. So please, come to our village. We're good, gods-fearing folk, all of us, and we'd be honored to share our knowledge. And fish. What sayest thou? Shall we pay visit to Akyali? Wonderful. Just follow the road west and down the hill. You can't miss it. So 'tis the simulacra of Thamnarian gods that are being summoned. If any doubt existed before, there can be none now. The kidnapped Hanish are imprisoned in the tower. I pray that we will be able to save them. Though indeed, saving them will mean confronting their false gods. Like as not. Aye, as you said, we do well to study their religious traditions. To Akyali. To the north, eh? Where is Akyali? It's down there. It could be up on the cliffside here, so I'm not too eager to jump down right now. The southeast. Yeah, okay. Oh, I can't jump down here? Alright, whatever. We'll come there later then. I am going to assume. I can join in on this fate if I can get there in time. Yeah, it's nice. We might as well do some when we find them. Because you need to do enough fates for it to count as you having, like, made the area safer. To be able to buy the mount speed upgrades. It's not worth farming, but I mean when we see one. Because we do need XP anyway. 79 yawns to the east. Alright. Right around here somewhere. Southwest there. This is what they do to make you have to run around on foot the first time you're here. You have to find those, and you have to finish the quests. Welcome to Akyali, my friend. The name means white beach, and there isn't much here save that. But please, make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to everyone. Please, feel free to show yourself around and do the same. Any of us can tell you about our gods, but you could do worse than to start with Kanga and old Hasveda. They're free at the moment, as it happens. Hello, Kanga. Oh. You wish to know about our gods. What a curious visitor you are. Most want fish. In any case, I'm happy to oblige. Now, I don't know how it is whence you hail, but our isle is home to many gods. They can be divided into two groups. The Manusya, beings of wisdom who assume the form of men, and the Murga, beings of might, who assume the form of beasts. Together they are divinities, their forms and personalities many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental, just like mortals can be. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings, we strive to be better people and live better lives. Interested in learning about our gods, you say? Huh. That's what I like to hear. Prick up your ears then and listen. In ancient times, the Manusya and the Murga, deities who look like men and beasts respectively, were locked in conflict. Eventually, seeking the wisdom of the Manusya, the Murga cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. What? Likewise, the Manusya coveted the might of the Murga, so they too resolved to trade heads. Thus were born new gods possessed of both might and wisdom, and they ushered in an age of harmony between the two factions. From then on, as a sign of their esteem for one another, the Manusya have worn animal faces, and the Murga the limbs of men. There you are. Learned a thing or two about our gods, I trust. While you were off talking to the others, I remembered something that may be of interest. If you could let your friends know, I'll go and fetch it from my home at once. And tea without milk or sugar or anything. It's like the worst drink ever. Apologies for the wait. I wish to show you this hanging scroll, which depicts 3 of our most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. It's so bland. Well, tastes like dishwater. They are Manusya. You heard about them already, yes? 3 sisters. Hey, I know you guys. The center one is the eldest, Sinduruva. Sinduruva, the goddess of wisdom. For this, alchemists hold her in the highest. To her right is the middle sister, Sanduruva. As a goddess of wealth, she counts many traders amongst her followers. And on the left is Minduruva, the youngest sibling. She presides over the crafts, and so is beloved by weavers. Although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together in these works, which people keep in their homes for good fortune. In like fashion to the Manusia, the deities of Eorzea preside over myriad aspects of life. And what of the Murga, if I may ask? The Murga hold power over nature. In ages past, they were revered as guardian deities in times of conflict. If you have occasion to visit our temples and ruins, you will find their images there. Amongst them is a god who possesses a Gaja's head, and he is venerated as the progenitor of the Arkasodara. And then there are dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. You worship dragons too? It is said that an ancestor of the satrap, that's the ruler of Radz-at-Han, forged a covenant with a dragon divinity in ancient times. This divinity has since acted as the guardian deity of the satrap. Legend holds that if ever the satrap is in need, his dragon ally will fly to his aid. Dragon ally? You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I am confident that the information you have given us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower. That is very kind of you to say. Thank you. I will pray for your success. Right. I believe it's time we sought out Kryle's acquaintance. An alchemist by the name of Nidhana. According to Kryle's notes, we are to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. Did you say you were going to see Nidhana? Oh, how I envy you. She's brilliant and beautiful, kind and understanding, and did I say she's beautiful? I could stare at her dainty ears and adorable trunk all day, and those eyes. When you meet her, take care you don't drown in them. Alright. I won't get horny for the elephant. Promise you, my bro, my dude, my new friend. Does it have to rain? First it was night and now it's raining. Please, I wanna see what things look like. Can't go that way. Oh, they're all dead? Okay. That's not good.
What happened here?
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Oh, we have guests. You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll. as you can see.
This makes no sense when it's raining out. I think.
I am Vashan, servant to the satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and
Yeah,
women,
no.
if you will allow.
Makes no sense.
People of the great work, I come bearing new scales.
Scales? We have new scales?
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Oh, happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
Many thanks.
One for me.
Imagine a Highlander
Those are dragon scales.
with eyebrows.
Yes, such materials
Would
are
be cool.
vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit. Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower. Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people? Of course! You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Ah, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova.
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
What are the names? Cindy, Mindy, and...
How did you acquire those scales?
Curious that it concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
Sandy. Sandy, Cindy, and Mindy. That's what they're called in the other games.
That is well.
You must be quite familiar with Dragon King, yes?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not? I should like to draw a file or two, if so. Now, see here. Come along, come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement. No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk? As you may have guessed, I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent the request to your mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results. Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
Love elephants, man. Elephants are great. I don't like this rain. Stop raining, I beg you. Man, I want that. I need to remember to do more chocobo stuff. There's no world PvE or PvP in that sense. The PvP is based on the grand companies. When you reach level 20, you get to pick to join one of the 3 grand companies. Limsa, Laminsa, Gridania, or Ulda. And it's based on that. Allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we are grateful that you would assist us with ours. Though Kryl herself is tied up with another investigation, Robin is an eminently capable substitute, and we will spare no effort to aid you. So if I understand correctly, you seek to make talismans that can nullify etheric emissions. Indeed we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of ether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. As such, we can only study the tower from afar, and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, the satrap bade us alchemists create enchanted talismans. Talismans that would allow our soldiers to venture into the tower, even should they lack innate protection. Could such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we are still in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. Of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon scales prove the most promising. Owing to their etheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property through our alchemy. Thanks to the scales provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. Soon we will be ready to conduct a field test. And here is where you and your blessing of light come in. Whatever is it that you need me to do? Just bring a portal? That doesn't work, because you're playing a no portal playthrough with hardcore rules. Silly Martin. Can't do that, that's cheating. That's why you need to bring like 1/4 of your ship's inventory with just like repair station materials at all times. Nothing complicated, I assure you. We only ask that you serve as an escort. I will explain in greater detail later, but you will be venturing into the tower's field of influence. Honestly, the no portal thing is what made me enjoy the game the most. I really like that. And so, for your own safety, I would first test how well your blessing shields you. With your permission, of course. I would always have that rule if I play the game again. Like, hardcore or not, no portals, absolute must. It was great. In that case, Orion J and I will find the other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hands. We would be grateful for any assistance you can provide. No, that's cheating. Like, the whole point of it is needing to really prepare for a voyage. And like getting as much out of it as possible, and making the ship absolutely like a big part of the game instead of just use it once and then you teleport. Pretty much. If you are ready, then let us put your blessing to the proof. If you exit the Great Work and turn south, there will be a hill to the right. I will meet you at the top after seeing to some preparations. But it also caused the game to take 200 hours to finish, so... It's not entirely... It is like that. Because otherwise, you go somewhere with your ship, and then you build a little house with a portal. But you can't TP the metals. But what it means is that you can just take everything else on the ship through the portal. And then you just have every single slot in your ship dedicated to ore. That way you have to make like one trip at most. But otherwise, you're like, oh, I have like 4 slots of iron. Oh, can't carry anymore. I gotta go home now. I don't know how many I usually got with me. But not as many as... Not nearly as many. Where am I going? She's upstairs somewhere. And then die to Peg. Yes. That's where we want to go. I wonder if they gave me more... Yes, there. Gloves. That's what I wanted. Mainly just because I want to see if they fit better. No? Oh, I kind of prefer what I have. In that case. It's just metal. Oh my god, how long is it gonna rain? I hope you didn't have trouble finding this place, or climbing the hill. Not all are accustomed to the physical strain. I give you the fruit of our sweat, tears, and many a sleepless night. The drunken Deepa. What? The Deepa is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman's efficacy. Upon activation, it will move a certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of ether. In lieu of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe ether sickness. For your test, you will be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to ascertain your blessing's protective capability. Please, begin when you're ready. I shall be observing from a safe distance. Commencing etheric exposure testing. Repeat, commencing etheric exposure testing. Retreat to a safe distance if you are not the subject. Readying ether. Please stand back. Why would I stand back? Blast me, bitch. Ready to discharge test. Okay, he was trying to do something like that. You are struck by a powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Subject has no irrepressible urge to empty their stomach. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. Readying ether. Please stand back. Struck by another powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Subject stomach and bowel integrity holding. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. Readying ether. Please stand back. You are struck by yet another powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. The blessing of light appears to be keeping you safe from harm. Subject fortitude rated impressive. No irregularities confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow and brace for final discharge. Discharge me, baby. You are struck by the strongest blast of ether yet, but survive completely unscathed. The etheric exposure testing concluded. Please collect and deliver me to the supervising alchemist. Congratulations on retaining your composure and your humors. His music, what the fuck? Ah, you have returned and not on your knees. A promising sign. But come, let me take the Deepa off your hands. Thank you. I shall replenish its ether for when we test the talisman. So, no dizziness or nausea or anything of the sort. You're feeling perfectly fine. Then the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There is no risk that the tower will corrupt your ether. With this, we can request your aid for the task ahead with easy hearts. You are a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? You see, our talisman requires the use of a special ink, but we have exhausted our stores of a key ingredient for it, spirit weed. The herb grows not far from here, and I would like to go and harvest some. With the recent spate of kidnappings, however, we, our Casadora, travel alone at our peril. Will you not come with me as my escort? I would compensate you for your troubles, of course. Right. What is that? I am in your debt. Without further ado, let us head to Kajaya's footsteps. It is situated on the road which runs east of the Great Work. Yeah, it was a sage weapon. Hiccups! I may simply be imagining it, but it feels as though we're being followed. Oh, look out, Robin! Over there. Gods, that gave me a fright. To think that the moment I ventured outside the safety of the work. Thank the sisters I asked you to come with me. You're alright, I hope? Good, good. Let's continue on then. It isn't far now, just through these pillars and up the rise. It's a crocodile. Pisaka. Fine, come here, bitch. $1,600 XP. Yeah. In the beginning, in like a really low level around Reborn, AoE grinding is like insanely efficient. Because you get like 500 XP per kill. But now we're level 80 and we get 1600. So that's 3 times as much as killing something at like level 20. It's completely pointless. And here we are, Kajaya's footsteps. Kajaya was a great dancer, and those who follow in her, well, you know, they came to this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this is that spirit weed grows here in abundance. I will set about harvesting it once, if you would be so good as to stand guard. The kidnappers aren't like to return soon, but better safe than sorry. My head hurts? You and your made-up caffeine withdrawals, dude. No coffee for a week? Why? Because you ate bad fish? I think we are disconnecting. Yep, we're gonna DC. It's been that bad, dude. Wow, disconnected. That's so cool. It's so cool. Let's see if we end up with a 6,000 person. Coffee is a new tropic. Okay, dude. Oh my god. Where's the forum post? Well, I guess that's it. Like, we can't play more tonight. Do you have any idea how long this queue is gonna take? It's gonna take like 2 hours. Oh my god, shut up. And getting through this queue is going to be impossible because the queue system is broken. You have to literally sit here and actively relog in all the time. I'm so fucking angry right now. No. least it jumped 70. It hasn't gone down. Since I went to the bathroom, it hasn't gone down one. It's not going down. There's no point in testing another server. Once again, I'm regretting playing on the North American servers. I should just play on Europe. The only reason I'm playing there is because I know some people who play there. But it's not like we do anything together. The server is fucked. And the people are never online anyway. When I am, so it doesn't matter. I'm considering just doing this. But the thing is that the queues are gonna be even worse here. Most likely. $8,000. Because this is peak time. Here. Just fucked. We have gone down from 1635 to 1560. Alright. Not playing this game then. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to level up my Paladin on EU from 70 to 80. Then I'm gonna have to mash through the story to get back to where we are. That's 3 patches. Is it even worth queuing up? Even if it's just to play, like... after midnight. I don't think so, but I'll do it anyway. I have it on the side here, like a retard. Unfortunately, my character is on the biggest server in this fucking data center as well, so it's even harder to log in. Because now I have to... that... that... Please wait, try logging in later? Fuck you! There. Okay. I'm gonna restart the stream just so it gets chopped up. And then we'll just play trash games instead. Alright. Wait, what? YouTube is